The next battle, Rhunok vs Deadlycow, is done, and first of all, we have a little problem with Deadlycow. If you have been watching my update videos before the tournament started, you might remember that there was a rule that forbids more than 4 items from the same set. Every item more than that means minus 10 points penalty. Deadlycow used 5 items on the same set. I really hope this would not happen and nobody would take the risk of losing 10 points, but here we are, so Deadlycow starts with minus 10 points. Graphics. Deadlycow overall has matching items, which is no surprise given that most of it is from the same set. However, there's a small clipping problem with the shoulders and the headpiece, which is just incredibly big on goblins. Also, despite the fact that this helmet looks good from the front, once you look at it from behind, and let's be honest, 90% of the time you see your character from behind, you can see this. What the hell is this? Nonetheless, overall very fitting set, 9 points. Rhunok also looks great. All the items are on an even level and all the 3D armor pieces fit really well together. I have no complaints here, 10 points. Color coordination. Deadlycow's colors are all pretty good. The main color is obviously purple and all the purple color tones are very matching. The green eyes on the belt and helmet are a nice contrast and Xalatov as a weapon also works really well. However, there's one small problem which is not even part of the set. The character. The face of a goblin sticks out really bad and it doesn't really fit. But since the set itself is really on point, I still give 9 points. Rhunok, however, has a very unique color scheme and it all fits together so perfectly. The helmet and shoulders from Mythic Tomb of Sargeras are such a perfect match for the stuff from Siege of Orgrimmar. The belt he uses from the Necrolord Covenant campaign actually has a reddish counterpart from the Abomination Factory, but I really like that he still went for this color because it makes the chest piece work so much better. Also, the glowing eyes are very fitting to the shoulders and headpiece. The gauntlets are a great choice as well, and the bones on the back have a perfect chemistry with the bones on helmet, shoulders and belt. Once again, I see nothing else but 10 points. Theme. Deadlycow went for a pretty traditional necromancer look, which is alright, but not necessarily captures the theme of a monster under my bed. Also, the fact that he picked a goblin is not really scary either. I think I would be more terrified if a Mechanor would be sleeping there. The only part of the set that is somewhat scary is the helmet, but at least he went for something that could be considered as creepy, so I give 16 points. Rhunok on the other hand did really great. I kid you not, I was working on the video, then left the house for a few hours, had lunch with my family, came back to finish the video and upon opening my editor, this looked into my face. It scared the shit out of me. This is the stuff of nightmares, which is exactly what I wanted to see in this matchup. 20 points. Extra points. I am kinda sad that Deadlycow didn't really deliver. His qualification was one of my favorites and I really don't understand why he didn't simply pick other boots or legs. There are so many good items he could have used instead, but sadly he didn't do it. Initially I didn't want to give him any extra points for that, but I think he still deserves some credit. I give 5. Rhunok also did really good in the qualification phase and didn't nearly get as much praise as deserved. In fact, he almost lost in the qualifications, which is really beyond me. His set was looking fantastic without using 2 items from the same set. This time, once again, he put together something incredible. And once again he found many fitting pieces from all around the world. Tomb of Sargeras, Siege of Orgrimmar, Blackrock Foundry, Maldraxxus, Castle Navware, and it all fits so well. Once again, I give 10 points. And together with a Uservote, which he also clearly won, he is the first participant who reached a full 100 points. Yeah, you did it! Woo! You did it! Yeah! Hooray! Woo! After this week, Rhunok is one of my favorites. This guy really shouldn't be underestimated. He will face Infidel in the quarterfinals, and I am sure it will be an incredible match. Tomorrow we have Brad vs Thanatar with a theme consumed by shadow, so we might get some more creepy stuff. I hope to see you then. See ya!